Are you ready for it? Are you prepared for Canada's collapse? When the shit hits the fan, do you have a plan? That is what today's video is all about. We cannot change things. We have to accept that whether you are awake or you are not awake, you must surrender to the way that things are, not the way that they should be, the way that you want them to be, or the way that they ought to be. Surrender to how it is. End of story. The end is coming. Oh, the Prime Minister will save me. Well, guess what? He moved his businesses down to the U.S. too. You think he's going to save her ass? No, sir. Well, Pierre is going to save me. Yeah, Pierre is not going to do anything. Instead of 750,000 immigrants a year, he wants 250,000 immigrants a year, and he wants to give them all permanent residency. Have them stay here for cheap labor. He's going to save you? He just sold your ass out on the Joe Rogan podcast, said nothing about the tyrannical, authoritarian, liberal government for the past 10 years, the censorship. He didn't have the balls to say anything because all he's worried about is a rebrand. And just confirm for you that he's a lifelong politician and does not have the balls to be a real leader. What does a leader do? A leader goes against the grain. A leader says and does things that are unpopular because that is what a definition of a leader is. I'm going to lead you to where I believe we should go. Not doing polling, figuring out where the public opinion is, and then going that way. That's not being a leader. That is being a follower. It's crazy. My dad always used to tell me when I was a kid, I remember like 4 or 5 years old, son, be a leader. Do not be a follower. Lead, think for yourself, be a critical thinker. I remember I was 5 years old. I was playing hockey. I had only been skating for about a year and a half at this point in time. And he took me to Maxine's restaurant in Winnipeg, a Greek restaurant. I think they just closed down actually, which is kind of sad. But if you know where that is, that's where we're at. And got their famous foot-long hot dog, about yay big. I'm 5 years old. I'm eating this hot dog, and my dad says to me, we're just eating, it's quiet, and he says, yeah, son, the world's messy. It's pretty effed up. Be prepared. It's a really ugly, disgusting place. To a 5-year-old. He was preparing me from a very young age. My mom and I disagree quite a bit on some of my dad's parenting tactics, but my goodness, did he ever prepare my ass for the real world, unlike anybody else who could have done it. I truly believe nobody else, very few fathers could have prepared me for the real world the way that my dad did. And I'm so thankful and I'm so appreciative for that. But again, Mark Carney ain't going to save you. Pierre Poilievre ain't going to save you. By the way, did you see the Liberals and our Prime Minister, Mr. Carney, are appealing the Liberal Supreme Court's ruling that the Emergencies Act was unconstitutional and that you can't use it again. Why? They're probably going to use it. What for? I don't know. But it's not going to be good. If they froze your bank accounts and brought out the riot police and the horses and the Emergencies Act and the military and the RCMP over a couple truckers and bouncy castles having a good time asking for you to please let us open up our businesses again, what do you think they're actually going to do when real shit hits the fan? By the way, they're building a nuclear-proof bunker outside of the House of Commons building. I don't know if anybody cares about that. Why are you building a nuclear-proof bunker? Is there a reason? Guess we'll never get the truth on that. If you, for some reason, still think Canada is going to be okay, I got some baffling stats for you. 40% of Canada's top 1% earners in the last 10 years have left for the United States. Of the top 10%, roughly 30 to 50% of them have also left for the United States. I did some math. That is, in the last 10 years, well, 11 years, since 2015, you've basically shaved off 55% of the entire tax base by removing that percentage of the top 10% and 1%. The top 20% of income-earning families pay 60% of all taxes. That includes income, sales, property, and payroll taxes to all 3 levels of government. And that is the basis that literally carries society. While 80% of the country doesn't do anything, lives off social programs, welfare, and works for the government, free shit, loves their free shit and their free healthcare, the top 20% literally carry the economy and carry the base. They have chased half of that away. And it's only going to continue growing. Because if you're earning money, why would you want to be here? You are literally punished for earning money and working hard here in Canada. I'm planning my exit strategy. Are you planning yours? Again, this isn't the way that things ought to be. This is the way that things are. It's not looking good. Again, actually, I have to be careful what I say.